Dans les années 1960,
Cameroon's presidential election is set for October 12, and President Paul Biya, who has been in power since 1982, says he will seek another term. He says that staying on is about ensuring the security and well-being of Cameroonians, a sacred duty to which he has devoted time and energy. Others, however, argue that the Central African country is not a monarchy and deserves more than a recycled leader with empty promises. So in a country where citizens are desperate for a change, how is it possible for a 92-year-old to retain power for so long, even ranking as the world's oldest president? Welcome to The Flip Side. If Biya wins another 7-year term in office, he could serve until he's almost 100. Supporters argue that his experience is unmatched. In a country battling separatist insurgencies and economic uncertainty, they see Biya as the safest pair of hands.
We think that the longer you stay, the longer you work, the more experienced you are, and you can be able to govern the country. Cameroon is such a complicated, complex environment. So many ethnic groups, so many political parties, so many religions and so on. They need somebody who has experience to be able to govern.
But in reality, there are so many Cameroonians who say they want a new leader.
Since I was born, I've known just one president who has been there for more than 40 years. I would love to see at least 3 or 4 different presidents, just like the United States, and also the case of Senegal, which you have a young man ruling the nation. Someone like that should be somewhere resting, not ruling the country again. So we need new ideas, new people to come to bring new ideas to develop the country.
Why can't he leave a younger person to take over? We need young people in our country, people who are so energetic, that can do a lot of things, because right now he's already very old, like the age of 92 years. What is he doing in power?
The problem is that the system in Cameroon makes that nearly impossible. In 2008, Biya scrapped presidential term limits, clearing the way for him to run indefinitely. And what about the Electoral Commission? Well, it reports directly to the president, not the parliament. So under Cameroonian law, Biya's candidacy is legal, and every election ends the same way. Biya wins, often with landslide margins of 70% or more. But how does that even happen?
When you go to vote, like the past election, when you go to vote, you realize that at times you look at your name, you find that it has been ticked that you already voted.
I decided not to register because I looked at the past statistics of the previous votings, and I came across information that Paul Biya has always been the one winning. So there's no point of me trying to register, because I know at the end of the day he's still going to win.
Then there is a question of fitness for office. Biya is rarely seen in public, often spending months abroad for medical care, while his inner circle runs the country.
The system has been rigged, the system has been frauded, and it is now even very difficult for Elections Cameroon to publish a national electoral register. The board chairman of ELECAM, that's the election organizing body of Cameroon, is appointed by President Paul Biya. All the board members are appointed by President Paul Biya, and all of them were former members of his ruling CPDM party in Cameroon.
For context, when Biya took over from Cameroon's first president, Amadou Ahidjo, he was seen as a modernizer who would usher in political reforms. Instead, he consolidated power through constitutional changes, patronage networks, and security forces loyal to him. So decades ago, Biya turned Cameroon to a de facto one-party state, despite the introduction of multi-party politics in the 1990s. Opposition parties and politicians face harassment, the media is restricted, and elections feature irregularities. Biya's ruling party says this election will be free and fair. But where is the democracy when presidential term limits are gone, and the opposition is weakened, and power deeply centralized? And that's the flip side.